everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome to yet another episode for you guys tonight. Yes, we are going to be talking about the Reds are back. Yes, they are. Pre-season is underway. Not for everyone, not all the Reds are back quite yet. That will be more towards the end of the week. But the pre-season talk can begin. The beginning of the season has finally happened, and we will be talking about everything and all the photos that have been released today. Anyway, of course, there'll be probably more content released tomorrow, and all that good stuff as well. And as well, we'll be talking about the leaked away kit for next season. I know a couple of you guys have mentioned it on Twitter, and a couple of other people have mentioned it as well. But yeah, we'll be talking towards that about the end of the show anyway. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about the Reds being back in training. You've seen a couple of them already in the thumbnail as well. But yeah, the Reds are finally back, and it's exciting not just to talk about transfers. It's the fact we're talking about people and players back at the Kirby training facility, and getting back into the way it was before, of course, the season ended anyway. But John says, big up Colin, you cheating bastard. Thank you very much, John. Hi, says Jordan. Doug's in here as well. Hi, saying hi, Colin. Hello, Doug. Doug will be on his honeymoon now soon. But yeah, again, congratulations to Doug and Rebecca as well. If you guys have seen the photos, amazing as well. And guys, please leave some love heart emojis in the chat. Why not? Or is there a wedding emoji? I don't even know. Doug will know. I won't know. Even Connor, are you feeling better? Yeah, slowly getting there. Voice is back. Everything is back. Fine. Got a very bad cough at the minute, and at the minute it's just getting myself back up. But yeah, at the minute, good, I would say, at the minute. Thank you, Gary, as well, saying big up Doug. Chivas, hope you're good. Hello to John as well, says Doug. Yep, packing for the honeymoon. Yep, that will be I think, is it a couple of days, Doug? Evening, Doug, as well, says Gary. Anyway, but we'll get on then to, of course, as you can see already by the thumbnail, of course, you can see James Milner, new signing, Fabio Carvalho, and of course Luis Diaz, all in training, which was amazing. Of course, new boy Calvin Ramsey as well, saying first day, with tick emoji as well. Brilliant to see as well. And Jordan Henderson as well, Torino's back in the lab as well, going through I think that's the one they go through the high mountain simulators and so on as well. And of course, Luis Diaz also tweeted out as well videos. I would do that, but get copyright strike, sadly. Anyway, but one person in particular that stole the show yet again, as he always does, was this man, Joel Matip. Again, looking at someone with full disgust, and I absolutely loved to see it. You love to see it anyway, because we all know Joel. He loves to look at people pretty wrong, doesn't he? To be fair, but like, for some reason, this photo just makes me laugh, and it's going to be a meme photo, I think, anyway, for quite some time. Which will be pretty funny, to be fair. But Doug said he's sounding better, Colin. Yeah, no, I'm sounding a lot better. And yeah, it is going away finally. But yeah, hopefully I never get it ever again, because it's absolutely horrible anyway. And guys, tomorrow as well, I want to say this now. If anyone wants to come on tomorrow, we'll be doing a show. We're going to be talking about youth at Liverpool. We'll be talking about the main 11 or the main squad of youth. Of course, we'll be talking about from up and down the squad, in terms of Kelleher. We're speaking about the loanees as well that have gone out, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Fabio Carvalho as well, and many others. We're going to be talking about what we think what could happen for them this season, what we expect from them as well. And it's just let me know if any of you guys are interested in that as well, because we're going to be doing little off videos as well. I think Thursday's video is about Bobby Firmino and whether or not he'll sign a new deal. Anyway, of course, unless anything comes out, of course, yesterday, Jude Bellingham was the main conversation. Didn't clickbait with that, unlike certain Jack McKendo, with the clickbait, but I think it's obvious. Liverpool and Jude Bellingham is going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I think next year for Jude Bellingham anyway. But one funny thing I think from pre-season already, we all know him for being Mr. Consistency in James Milner. But according to Sport Bible, James Milner has won Liverpool's brutal lactate test every single year he's been at the club, and supposedly he won it again today. So, again, what is he? 40 years old. He's literally like Wolverine. Yeah, honest to God, he is a goddamn machine. And I love James Milner for it. And look, it's brilliant, isn't it? The fact that he could still even go, even more years at the top level. Anyway, and it's, going to be amazing to see whether or not he does keep going. I think after this year, I think he could. Whether or not he wants to is another question. Anyway, but I'll bring up more photos on the screen for you guys. Anyway, I will make them full screen for you, as you can see James Milner there. Anyway, the likes of Joel Matip. There's, Joel Matip, like we showed you earlier, the photos of Calvin Ramsey, the new boy, Harvey Elliott as well, working at the gym, Fabio Carvalho. You just go down and down. I think that's Joe Gomez, Jordan Henderson, and James Milner there working in threes. Luis Diaz as well, Hendo on the treadmill as well, and of course, like we did mention as well, not every single red is there at the minute. All the likes of Kelleher, Henderson, Luis Diaz, all them there, but the likes of Virgil van Dijk, Trent, Curtis Jones as well, all the people that played international football prior, after the season, they've all been given the courtesy to come back at the end of the week. So you're looking around Thursday or Friday to see the likes of Virgil, Darwin Núñez as well, and all of those guys as well. But for me, guys, looking at early, clips and that, Fabio Carvalho, have you seen that earlier on? Of him coming, he looked like a schoolboy coming into it, the first day of school, which was kind of funny. But again, Pep Linders, I think today has taken the charge of everyone today, which is fantastic to see that, and it's fantastic to see the boys back in training. Like I did say, we've all been caught up a little bit about pre-season and how that's gone. Not pre-season, sorry, the transfer window, and the fact now the pre-season is here. We get to a little bit, split it in half a little bit. Of course, we'll still talk about transfers until the window is finished, and everything to do with it. The likes of contract situations and people being sold from the club and even some being brought in as well. But of course, it does break it up a little bit, I would say, anyway, from it. From the usual anyway. But Ribena Man says Gary as well. Yeah, no, absolutely. He is the Ribena Man anyway. Chris saying, evening, mate. Hope you are well. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, Chris. It's tomorrow we go away, Connor. Oh, there we go. Well, not too far then, Doug. Honey and lemon, says Gary. For me, thank you very much, Gary. To be fair, well, I haven't been able to get out of the house, so I haven't had any lemon or anything like that. So, look, I will get some tomorrow, hopefully, as well. But, I'll let you guys know. Yo, big up, says Ravi as well. And John says, have a fantastic time away, Doug. Recharge the batteries for the season ahead. Lol, says John. Absolutely. Anyway, but guys, I think as well, like if we talk, because we look at it now, we're at what, the 4th of July. Of course, happy 4th of July as well to every, all the Americans out there as well. But, well, American Reds anyway. But you look at it and go, we are, what, 11 days away from facing Manchester United. In Asia, I think pretty much the players that come back today, I think, are most likely to start that game. So you've got the likes of Luis Diaz, Jordan Henderson, Joe Gomez as well. I think interesting reports as well on Joe Gomez. His contract supposedly is meant to be getting done within the next couple of days. So that will be fantastic to see if that is the case. And I think that the thing is now for Liverpool is just have the best thing that could happen now from Liverpool's pre-season standpoint is get everyone fit, make sure nobody gets injured, and just have the best of pre-seasons we can do. People will lose their minds if we end up losing, because was it not last season? I think it was the year we won the league. Back in 2019, and we lost. I think we won 2 preseason games out of 8, and everyone was losing their minds, like, "Oh, we're not going to do anything this season. The season's dead. We haven't done anything. we haven't. I think we lost. I think 3-0 to Napoli, and everyone was like, "Oh, we're doing this, that, and the other." But look, it's preseason. You can't write anything about in preseason. You can't. Look, me last year, I thought that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was going to have an amazing season. He had a decent-ish season, but again, it wasn't amazing, was it? It was far off it anyway. But yeah. For me, I think that the number one thing for preseason is make sure everyone is fit and healthy, and just no injuries, please, whatsoever. Anyway, but Andrew is insane. Excuse me. Your thoughts on Naby extending, with you being a fan, Connor, well, I think everyone's a fan. He has critics. A fan for 4 years being rumoured. I think, look, it'd be a lot easier to keep Naby around than to buy another midfielder. In my opinion, I think Naby's worth it as well. Rumours of Keita signing a new contract, apparently, which will please you if it's true. Yeah, absolutely, Peter. He would, absolutely. I think he deserves a contract. I think, look, last season he did what we asked him to do, which was to stay fit and to stay in the conversation. Was he good? Did he play good in the games that he did play? Yeah, I thought he was very, very good. And I think, look, people just go, "Oh, well, he doesn't get ahead of the middle three at the minute. What's the point keeping him around?" He's a very, very good squad player. And look, when he does play, he has been brilliant for Liverpool. And look, many people thought that he should have started the Champions League final because Thiago was injured. For me, I wanted Thiago to start, but you look at that Man City game in the FA Cup, that was amazing for Naby, and that's the best version of Naby Keita. Counter pressing, and could play more forward. I love seeing Naby like that. We definitely need to see a debate between Connor and Chris on Keita. Don't worry, I'll batter Chris everywhere. Pre-season is like the Nations League. Means nothing as well, says Chris. Keita is a world beater every preseason. Keita fans always jump on his bouncy castle, and he plays preseason games saying it's his season. Hey, look, Chris, he's had a good season. I do agree Keita was better the past season than previous seasons as well. See, I've changed Chris. Chris is a Naby Keita fan. You'll hate me for saying that, but yeah, I think, look, Liverpool, for me, I think Liverpool are a better side or a better squad having Naby Keita than not having him. Simple as. And I think, look, people need to realise Naby Keita, I think people get carried away because of his price tag. Look, and I think a lot of people, thought that he was going to be more of a Coutinho style player when he first came in. We all know now that he wasn't. And, everyone's like, oh, well, he's genie, blah, blah, blah. Naby's brilliant when he's playing defensively on that left-hand side at the start of the season last year. He was brilliant. And then, going more into the season, he went more on the right-hand side and went more further up the pitch. Remember in that middle period of the season where midfielders was, getting injured here, there, and everywhere. For me, Naby he was brilliant in that midfield. Yes, he got injured then. I think he had a knee injury that kept him out for 2 games, and then he was back. And then by then you had the likes of Thiago back. Hendo, Fabinho. Does he get ahead of them? No, he doesn't. Not week in, week out. But if you're going more attacking, I'd say Keita starts ahead of Henderson. For me. And I think, look, Liverpool will be better off giving him a new contract, whether or not, of course, ridiculous money. I want 300k a week now because of Mo. But no, realistically, I think Naby should be getting his new contract as well. Joe Gomez as well. I think Joe Gomez will be getting a new deal as well. Bry's in as well, saying hi, Connor. Hello, Bry. Hopefully on a fantastic day. Yeah, you're in Narnia, Will Connor. No, I'm not. He just needs to keep fit. Exactly. And that's what he has done. That's what he has done for the last 12 months. He's kept fit and kept in the conversation. I think that's what he has to do. And we all said it last year, didn't we? It was between Naby and Ox for which one of them would step up and be that squad player. And I think, look, I think Naby has done that. If you were to say, who would you rather keep, it would be Naby Keita over Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for me, personally. Anything in the Firmino to Juventus rumours, just saw the headline. I looked a little bit into it. For me, there's nothing in it. I don't think. I think, to be honest with you, I think if Liverpool don't offer him a deal, and we'll speak about this more on Thursday. If Liverpool, what day are we on? Tuesday? No, we'll speak about it on Wednesday. Sorry. I think unless Liverpool offer him a new deal, I think he'll leave on a free, and I think he'll go Barcelona. I just think Bobby to Barcelona, there's always something there in it because of South American. Bobby in Barca's style of football, I think Bobby would absolutely fit Barcelona to a T. And as well, they can't spend money on players in the minute. So for another free transfer for a very, very good footballer, I think, look, that is a good piece of business. But I think Liverpool should be looking at offering Bobby a new deal. Anyway, I can't wait to see Darwin Núñez, of course, Darwin as well. But yeah, nothing bright on my end when I looked earlier. I've seen plenty of people make videos about it and that, and we'll do one on Wednesday as well, unless of course anything different comes up about anyone. But yeah, for me, I don't think Juventus can. I think they're even struggling at the minute to get Pogba over the line over something. I think at the minute, I think it's a done deal, but I think just little niggles and that they can't do. So yeah, I don't think anything to Juventus. Bobby, no, not for me. Bobby is great. Klopp had run him into the ground. Well, again, Bobby's been, I think, looking at it, I think Bobby, he's missed, I think over the last 2 seasons, he's missed 66% of games due to injury, which is bad. It is bad when you look at it like that. Especially the last 12 months, I think it's around 40. I think it's around 40-something% that Bobby was injured for last year. Which again, that's not good when you look at it. But for me, I think Bobby Firmino, you can play him in that false 9, you can play him in a 10. You can play him in an 8 as well if you want to. And look, I'd be interested to see, whether or not Liverpool do act upon it anyway next season. But now we are going to talk about, guys, because it's going to be about half an hour stream tonight anyway, because of course still trying to recover from this crap. But we are going to be talking about now. Let me know, guys, your thoughts in the chat as well about pre-season as well. Let me know. Actually, let me know, chat. The player you're most looking forward to seeing in pre-season. Let me know in the chat as well. But we are going to be looking at, if your eyes are ready, by the way, at the brand new Liverpool away kit for next season. Yes, it got leaked. I think this morning. I think it was as well. For me, I like it. I think it's very much out there, and I think a lot of Liverpool fans will love it. For me, the only thing I have against it personally is the back. I hate the fact that it's just not all one, if that makes sense. I hate the fact that it's the cut-off point, and then you have the big white patch at the back because you gotta have the names and the numbers at the back. I'd like all of the kit to be the same design, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do very much like it. It's one of those wacky kits that Liverpool, last year's, away kit, it's amazing. The Aqua kit, I think, look, that's one of Liverpool's best ever away kits. And Nike did a phenomenal job there. And I do like the look of it. Again, the earlier leaks was more like a gobstopper, if you guys know what that is. Some of you might be too young, but a gobstopper, it did very much look like that. But again, it just really looks like a weird pattern shape, isn't it? And for me, I like it. I like the fact that the sleeves, they got a little bit of black, and at the top as well of the back of the kit, it's got that black breaking it. But I hate the fact that it's got that white patch on it, and it's not all clear. Well, all the same pattern then down the back of the kit anyway. But that's just me being picky. Anyway, again, it'll look nice on the likes of Virgil and the Virgil. Diaz, Darwin Núñez as well. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? As well. But for me, I very much like it. And let me know, guys, your thoughts on the kit itself as well. Anyway, but what do we have in the chat? Actually, good question for Chris. Who would you get rid of, Keita or Ox? Surely he has to say Ox, says Peter. Peter, let me know as well. Let me know who you would get rid of if that was the case. I don't like to mention players leaving, but if it was between the two, I would pick Ox. Plus, he suffers from gout, says Gary. I don't know who that's about. That might be Ox, maybe. I don't know. Which formation do we go with this season? I think Carvalho behind Darwin and Diaz and Salah on the wings. Maybe. Again, I think 4-3-3 for me. I think the best thing is Liverpool have the option for 4-2-3-1 personally, but I think 4-3-3 will be it next season. I'm looking forward to the season, says Gary. I am as well. Can't wait for this season. If I'm being awfully honest with you. Gary, Fabio Carvalho is one I'm looking forward to the most. Yeah, again, it's between, for me, for pre-season wise, Darwin Núñez and Fabio Carvalho for me. I think I'm also intrigued as well, what Jurgen Klopp's going to do, because he always does something different each and every single pre-season. A couple of years ago, I think it was something. He tried the 4-2-3-1 throughout pre-season. Then it was the high line he introduced. Then now that we're all used to seeing, and I'm interested again because he does change subtle things throughout the pre-season phase, and I am interested to see what he does do this year around, because you don't see it the first couple of games, and then you see it then more later on in the pre-season. What Klopp's thinking for the season itself as a whole, and I am interested to see what he does does different this year as well. How do you think we will line up next season? Also looking forward to seeing Núñez in pre-season. For me, it would be Ali in goal, Trent, Canate, Virgil, Robbo, Fabinho, Thiago, Hendo, and then it would be Darwin Núñez, Diaz, and Luis Diaz, and Mo Salah. That would be my team for next year. That would be the team I would start against Fulham. But yeah, again, things could change. We could go 4-2-3-1. I'm definitely gonna get it with. I'm definitely gonna get it with Carvalho on the back of it. The player I'm looking forward to seeing the most in preseason is Carvalho. I think he will be a Coutinho 2.0. Again, he is a very, very Coutinho-esque player, I would say. Call me boring. I don't like stupid designs on front of the kit, says Chris, you old timer. I'm kidding. No, I get what you mean. That's why I love the home kit this year, because it's simple, isn't it? It reminds me of, first of all, it reminds me of you know, 2005 kit, but it also reminds me of, you know, the 80s kit where it was just simple, to be fair as well. Well, that's me having to send kits back because I got the leak kit before this kit. No, I see that, Chris. I seen you said on Twitter earlier, about, you know, is this kit? That is the kit. Because the one thing I will say as well, that kit, Chris, that you're gone on about, it was a concept design that I think a lot of us forgot about. It was a concept, it wasn't a guaranteed. The best thing, you know, I'll get it back up. The best thing. Now, the thing with this, these are Nike photos. You know, the way the person is stamped, obviously they have models for the kits, and so on. You can always tell when, you know, it's a Nike photo. And yeah, that's a leaked Nike photo as well. Of course, next season's third kit as well is green. It's like green and orange, isn't it? So, you know, that it looks really, really nice. But of course, you will see it in more detail, you know, on, you know, a Nike, you know, a Nike model anyway, as well. Bobby Connor says Gary. So Gary is, you know, he's most interested in Bobby this preseason. I would say Keita just to see qualities, but sensible and honest, it has to be Ox, says Chris. And the 4-3-3 will be more dynamic, says Gary. Yeah, I think, look, I am intrigued to see how Darwin Núñez fares with Trent crossing the ball, but we're crossing the ball into the box, you know, time and time again. I can't wait to see how Darwin Núñez fares with that, and of course as well, Luis Diaz as well having a you know, a full preseason, and as well Thiago. Thiago, I'm interested in seeing because, you know, he hasn't had a full preseason at Liverpool. And, you know, we've seen, you know, the likes of Joel Matip having a full preseason last year, and he stayed fit for the entirety of the year. I think hopefully, you know, Thiago can have something, you know, similar to that. And I hope as well he has a fantastic season again, because, you know, what a midfielder he is, anyway. But guys, I am going to leave it there for tonight's show anyway. Big thank you to each and every single one of you for tonight's show. We will have a longer episode for you tomorrow. We're going to be talking about, of course, what a huge season it could be for Liverpool's youngsters. Hopefully we'll have a couple of guests on. We're going to be talking up and down the squad, you know, and talk about, you know, what we could think could be huge for them this season, you know, the expectations, you know, and all that stuff as well, and little bits and bobs. If there's any other news as well, we're bringing it to you tomorrow, as well. And of course on Wednesday then I'll be talking about Bobby Firmino, and, you know, probably about contract situations as well, you know, and all that good stuff. Anyway, but let's read a few more of your comments before we do it off. Anyway, take care, mate. You can go back to your Keita cardboard cutout now. Chris, you reckon I have a cardboard? You reckon I have a poster of Naby? I don't. I should get one, but I don't have one anyway. I don't even think, like, if you guys remember the banner on my wall over there, I don't think Keita's on that. I don't think. No, I think Genie's on it. I don't think Naby's on it. So yeah, I have nothing to represent Naby Keita, anyway. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it from us anyway. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. It is already previewed. Anyway, you can go and check on it now anyway. Leave your comment as well. You know, which youngster are you most looking forward to seeing this preseason as well? Also as well, leave a comment on here as well. You know, who are you most excited to see, and who do you think will be the most important player in pre-season as well? And yeah, just let me know your thoughts on the new kit as well, and all that good stuff anyway. But guys, until then, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you all tomorrow, and yeah, please stay safe, please stay well, and I will see you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.